Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis, Anne Arundel County, and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Wednesday, October 4th, 2023. This is John Prenay, and this is your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief presented by Annapolis Subaru and the SPCA of Anne Arundel County. Before we get into it, I am still building our subscriptions to our daily news email recap. It comes to your email inbox every night at 7 p.m. with the top local news stories, only the local news stories of the day, and it is totally free. If you're not getting it, you can sign up here at the link in the show notes, and if you are getting it, why not let a friend or colleague know about it? All right, now for the news. Let's get into it, shall we? All right, the moral of this story is that if a state trooper tries to stop you, stop. Do not flee. Do not then hit another parked state trooper car and flee again. It's not going to end well, and a 56-year-old Glen Burnie man and a 46-year-old Baltimore man learned that lesson the hard way yesterday. Said state troopers located their pickup truck at their residence on Spencer Road in Glen Burnie and arrested the two and charged them with traffic violations and a few drug charges for good measure. A senior DOD official who lives in Arnold and a Glen Burnie barber were federally indicted for dogfighting in the county. It was a long investigation, and when the feds finally did raid the house, along with the Anne Arundel County Police, they found 12 dogs, veterinary steroids, training schedules, blood-stained carpet mats, weighted dog vests, and an electrical plug with jumper cables, which is the contraption apparently that's used to execute dogs who lose fights. They built a lot of their case on messages intercepted from an encrypted messaging app. Guess it's not that encrypted. Anyhow, they were released pending trial and are looking at 5 years each in prison if found guilty. On Monday, the Anne Arundel County Police were called to an apartment in the 6400 block of Bricktown Circle in Glen Burnie for a burglary. When they arrived, they didn't see any evidence of a burglary, but the resident had fired 4 gunshots through his bedroom door at the non-existent burglar, in the process striking a water pipe which flooded his apartment. As bad luck would have it, the resident was not legally permitted to possess a gun, so he was arrested and his 9mm handgun was seized. I have a bunch of events that I want to breeze through really quickly here. The rained-out Kunte Kinte Festival was indeed rescheduled, and that'll be held on Saturday, October 28th down at City Dock after all the boat shows clear out. Speaking of which, the Powerboat Show opens on Thursday and rolls through Sunday, and the best way to go is to get those tickets in advance. You can get them at AnnapolisBoatShows.com, and while you're there, you might as well get your sailboat show tickets because that comes in next week, the 12th through the 16th. This Sunday over at the mall at 8:30 a.m., they are going to be hosting a Together in Teal walk to help end ovarian cancer, family-friendly, all for a good cause. Because it is October, now we can talk about one of the most October people to ever live, Edgar Allan Poe, a local resident, if you will. Profs and Pints is bringing a Poe scholar on Tuesday, October 17th to the Graduate Hotel for a chat about the man, his work, and all things Poe. This might be a perfect evening to sip some cognac in his honor. Tickets are only $17, and you can get them at profsandpints.com. And finally, an event today. The feds will be testing a nationwide emergency alert system at 2:20 p.m. this afternoon. So your radios, your televisions, your satellite radios, and yes, your cell phones will all go off at once. Cell phones will display a text explaining it, and they do need to test it to make sure it is still an effective and viable way to communicate to everybody in a true national emergency. If your language on your cell phone is set to Spanish, it will display in Spanish. Now, the alert tone and the vibration will be unique and different than any of your other tones, and having your phone on mute is not going to stop it. It will come through anyway, just so you know. All right, that's a wrap on the news. If you didn't get a chance yet, be sure you take a listen to the bonus pod we dropped last night with the folks from Fish for a Cure, a great event and a probably greater party to support those that are living with cancer. Up this Saturday on the Local Business Spotlight, we're speaking with James King from Titan Hospitality, who's going to be opening up the Lodge Annapolis, where Smashing Grapes was over there by the mall. They have a lot going on. All right, let's put this puppy to bed with a quick thank you to you and also to our sponsors for the Daily News Brief, Annapolis Subaru, the SPCA of Anne Arundel County, Solar Energy Services, Alpha Engineering, Scout and Molly's, and Hospice of the Chesapeake. So now you just need to hang tight because George Young from DCMDVA Weather is standing by with the only locally forecast weather report you will find. And Bridget, who goes by the alias of Beaver Buzz, is here with Annapolis After Dark. And I'll tell you, she is the only source for accurate, up-to-date info on live music across the city and county. Anyhow, all that's coming up for you in just a bit, so stick around.
The benefits of a good night's sleep are well documented. Sleeping well prevents weight gain, improves concentration and creativity, and boosts the immune system. So, what keeps you up at night? If you run a business, then the security of your computer network may be one of those things. Threats like ransomware and phishing are becoming increasingly sophisticated and pose a real risk to any business. Don't let these cyber threats keep you up at night. At Alpha, they've been helping their customers sleep better for over 30 years by monitoring in real time and hardening network defenses. And for those irritating IT issues that arise every day, Alpha's just a phone call away, helping your business run smoothly and helping you sleep better, knowing Alpha is on guard. Give Alpha a call to see if they can ease your worries and help you get the rest you deserve. Find them at alphagetsit.com.
When you live near Annapolis, you know how fickle the weather can be. So you need a truly local forecast that's accurate and reliable. Forecast right here in Annapolis. DCMDVA Weather is not just for today, but for the rest of the week and the weekend too. Now here's George Young of DCMDVA Weather with the weather outlook for today and beyond.
Hey everyone, this is George with DCMDVA Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Wednesday, October 4th. It was another awesome weather day for the Annapolis region yesterday, and it will stay very nice for a few more days before a chance of showers returns Saturday, followed by cooler temps Sunday and Monday. Look for more sunshine today and tomorrow with highs in the upper 70s to lower 80s, with clouds in mid to upper 70s on Friday ahead of a few showers on Saturday as a cold front moves through the region, with sunshine then expected to return Sunday into Monday with highs down into the low or mid 60s each day. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DCMDVA Weather. Make it a great day out there today. Stay healthy and be safe. And be sure to follow DCMDVA Weather on Facebook and X for regular updates each day, along with the website at dcmdvaweather.info, so you can always stay weather informed.
Ready for a new look for those end-of-summer parties? Come see us at Scout and Molly's. I'm Betsy Abraham. My mom and I own and operate this great little boutique at the Annapolis Town Center. Come enjoy a fun, in-person shopping experience with a bonus, real customer service. We'd love to help you pick out the perfect outfit for back-to-school Annapolis boat shows and nights out with your friends. Scout and Molly's, Annapolis Town Center. Thanks for shopping local.
Advanced illness decisions aren't always easy. Hospice of the Chesapeake, your hometown hospice, wants you to know you do have a choice over who provides care, what type of care, and when and where your loved one receives that care. Learn more at hospicechesapeake.org.
The music scene in Anne Arundel County is popping, and sometimes it's hard to sort through it all. From blues to pop, from funk to ska, Beeper Buzz has it all covered for you in this week's Annapolis After Dark.
Good morning, Annapolis. Beeper Buzz here with your Annapolis After Dark weekend music highlights for Wednesday, October 4th through Sunday, October 8th. Go to the socials for Annapolis Streaming and Beeper Buzz, and also both websites for the full schedule. We update the Facebook posts and all websites with changes and cancellations, so you know before you go. AnnapolisStreaming.com and BeeperBuzz.com. Live music for today, Wednesday. Start with Hippie Happy Hour with Dave Chappell and friends at 49 West. Larry Lay will be on the keys at Brian Baru with a happy hour that goes as long as he does. D-Vibe and Conga are at the EDC and the MRE. You must be a member of the Eastport Democratic Club or a friend of a member to attend. One of my favorites, Chris Diller, will be down at Pirates Cove in Galesville. And under my other things to do, Hurricane Kevin's open mic night is back at Firm Brewing in the Crofton-Gambrels area. Thursday, still no music at the Point. Alexander Peters will be at Reynolds Tavern. Sparks and McCoy will be in the Trophy Room at the Graduate Hotel in Annapolis. The newest open mic in town returns to Vibe, which used to be Union Jack's. It's brought to you by Hurricane Kevin, and this week it will be hosted by Nick from Desert Shade. Another new open mic is back. Open mic at Sullivan's Cove in Severna Park, hosted by George Evans, will be Thursday night. No beer release at the Rams Head locations this Thursday. I'm pretty bummed about that because you all know how much I love them. They will now be quarterly, so the next one will be December 7th. But the live music on Thursdays continues. Steve Van Franken and Victoria will be at Rams Head Tavern in downtown Annapolis, and PJ and Neil are back at Rams Head Roadhouse in Crownsville. Over on the shore, first Thursday, singer-songwriter showcase is back at Cult Classic. This time around, music by Adam Almany, Jennifer Schimpf, Juliet Lloyd, and Dana Denise. Weekend music, Friday. Mike Here will be at Reynolds Tavern. Noel and Jeff return to Middleton Tavern downstairs. The Reddies will be at Vibe, which used to be Union Jacks. One of my favorites, Loose Cannons, will be at Brian Baru in Severna Park. Brant Austin Dunn will be at Blackwell Barn and Lodge in Gambrels. Meg Murray and Angie Miller will be at Killarney House in Davidsonville. Scribe will be at Old Stein Inn deep down in Edgewater. Dave Teef will be down at Pirates Cove in Galesville. And right beside it, Chris Button is back for another TGIF at San Joe's Riverside. Moose Jaw Bluegrass will be at Annapolis Smokehouse. And 2 chances for live music at Rams Head Tavern Friday night. Chris Sachs, one of my favorites, will be playing for the happy hour crowd. And then later that night, Steve Van Franken and Victoria will be playing for the late night crowd at Rams Head Tavern in downtown Annapolis. End the night with Tommy McGee Band right next door at Stan and Joe's. Saturday, Brant Austin Dunn will be playing acoustic outside of Federal House on Market Space. And then later that evening, he will be at Annapolis Market House. The Solid Sender Trio will be at 49 West. Keith and Coster, which is Ryan Keith and Tommy Coster of Ryan Keith Band, will be at Rams Head Tavern. Big Money Band will be at Dark Horse. Sparks and McCoy will be at Sullivan's Cove up in Severna Park. And under my other things to do, the bottom section of every day's schedule, you'll find karaoke up at Speakeasy at Second Alarm Brewhouse in Pasadena. Over in the shore, Meg Murray and Angie Miller will be at Bridges. Sunday Fun Day, Leather Chair Record Store concerts return to Trip Records in Edgewater. This time, the music will be by Dean Rosenthal and Shane Tripp. They'll be playing for your Sunday afternoon as you browse their large collection of vinyl. Ben Heemstra of Ben will be up at Firm Brewing in the Crofton-Gambrels area. Jason and Matt from the Troll Tribe duo will be at Annapolis Market House. Tavier Dominique will be at Killarney House in Davidsonville. And Aaron Hawkins of Loose Ties will be down at Pirates Cove in Galesville. And a hop, skip, and a sail away, PJ and Neil will be at San Joe's Riverside. Remember, these are just the highlights. Find the full schedule of music for all of Annapolis and the surrounding areas on the Annapolis Streaming Facebook event and on the websites AnnapolisStreaming.com and BeeperBuzz.com, spelled BeeperBuzz. Add the websites to the homepage of your cell phone to make them an app. Then it's just 2 clicks to the music anytime. I'll see you out there.
Hello, energy consumers. This is Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services. Have you been looking for ways to save money recently? Maybe you should consider solar energy for your home. Or are you waiting for the technology to get cheaper? If so, how long are you going to wait? Today's solar costs less than 20% of what it cost 10 years ago. But while solar prices have declined every year, so have the financial incentives. Bottom line, if you wait for cheaper solar, you're also waiting for lower incentives. Take my home, for example. My solar system was installed in 2010, and it's been paid off for almost 5 years, and I no longer have to buy any electricity for another 15 to 20 years. If I waited for cheaper solar, I'd still be paying an electric bill. At Solar Energy Services, we have thousands of satisfied customers who are sure glad they didn't wait. So what are you waiting for? Sunshine's a wasted. Call us today for a free solar design at 410-923-6090 or on the web at solarsaves.net.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at EyeOnAnnapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.